DPI, nothing between them as they go beneath our feet once more, and just about hanging on to the race lead is Rene Rast, with Elia Castroneves and Fernando Alonso using unconventional lines, it could be said, into turn one, just to try and cause a distraction for Rene Rast, but it's not happening just yet, charging their way into the international horseshoe on this lap. And here comes Alonso's chance. Surely he's going to get his front wheels now level with Castroneves, his rear wheels in the Acura. The kink is next, and he has to concede. But last minute stuff. And, well, it was a bit of a game of chicken, that, into the kink. Certainly not the first time we've seen that over the years. But Castroneves had the track position.
Hey, great stuff there. Super battle going on between these three cars at the front. Rene Rast just holding on, but not very much in that number 77 Mazda. Great battle. Side by side they are through NASCAR 1 and 2.
Now this should be second place for Fernando Alonso, because he has the low side through Speedway turn 2.
How evenly matched they are, Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though he had the track position, there's nothing between the straight line speed of those two. But Castroneves this time has to allow Alonso to break a little bit later, and Fernando Alonso now up to second place from what was fifth.
Wasn't that fascinating to see the Cadillac and the Acura neck and neck all the way around the banking, all the way down the backstretch, and Castroneves thinking, okay, he's got me here, I'm on the outside, there's nothing I can do, I've got to tuck in behind him.
Yeah, and now Rene Rast using the high part of the track into the tri-oval. That was because of traffic. He's going to be caught under braking again by Fernando Alonso, who looks epic on the brakes in the number 10 car. That's where he catches up all the time. And on the infield, the more sort of road course element of this Daytona International Speedway, this for me is where Fernando Alonso is able to catch that little bit of extra time up. Plus, I mean, he's just like a rocket out of turn 6. So let's see whether he got the opportunity to do that past the Mazda again this time. Car 77, Rene Rast leading the way by half a second from Fernando Alonso. But Fernando is coming, there's no doubt about that. Coming out of turn number 5 and up towards the left-hand kink that feeds them back onto the oval then. And Alonso isn't going to be quite close enough, but is this him deliberately hanging back to then get on the loud pedal earlier than the Mazda, which in fact can pull away. So on this lap, in this stage of the stint, it looks like the Mazda has got more power than the Konica Minolta Cadillac, unlike the Acura, which seemed to be very much evenly paced. As they go up through the gears though, and into the higher rev range, the Cadillac reels it back in again, and the gap is down to nothing as they work their way through the bus stop chicane. Concentrating obviously on the DPI lead for reasons why, because we may well have a lead change in the not too distant future, but elsewhere Pastor Maldonado and Nicola Lapierre keeping up the speed in the LMP2 category. They're still only separated by 0.6 of a second. Miguel Molina continues to lead.
Down the inside goes Alonso.
Yes, he does. And he
slides down the inside. That was just on the brakes. He just decided, I'm going to go for this. Dives to the inside and takes over the lead in car number 10.
Well, I told you, he was just supersonic on the brakes, and they're glowing red hot even at this stage of the evening. We're a minute away from official sunset here at Daytona International Speedway, 5:58, and well, we go into nighttime officially with a brand new leader. That's the first time the 10 car has led this year's race, and Fernando Alonso, truly epic stint so far.
Absolutely right. He did actually lead one lap under caution, but during the pit stops, I should say, kind of officially. But this is the first time, you're right, on the racetrack, so that was a great move.
Superb, and that's where he gains all the time. But the Mazda looked strong out of turn 6 and through Speedway turns 1 and 2, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that DPI from Mazda Team Joest catching up again, Fernando Alonso. But it is just how late the Spaniard can brake and gain all that time. And I think now, for the rest of this stint for Fernando Alonso, he's going to open up a little bit of a gap on Rene Rast, the former DTM champion.
So heading towards 6 o'clock in the evening. And we've got a guest coming up just after 6 o'clock as this battle continues at the sharp end of the field with Elia Castroneves being hassled by Fernando Alonso, and that was a great pass for the leader. Lap 2 go further back. Harry Tinknell now Having a look at the other Acura, this is the battle for 4th and 5th position. Heading into the tri-oval, and underneath us as they go down towards the first corner. That transition is wicked for these prototypes. Hug the inside. Tinknell tries to square off the corner. Little 2-litre 4-cylinder Mazda turbocharged engine, looking absolutely superb here and smashing the previous qualifying record in the hands of Ollie Jarvis earlier in the week. While these battles continue, let's take a... Johnny, if we can just take a quick look at the positions overall and in the classes.
Yep, certainly. It is Fernando Alonso who has just taken the race lead. As we've said, 1.4 seconds is already the gap then for the Konica Minolta Cadillac. He leads Rene Rast in the number 77 Mazda DPI. Third position is the 7 Elio Castroneves Acura. And fourth place Dane Cameron also in an